So what am I gonna call these? Wormchucks? Yeah, so we got some upgrades. I remember the video I was doing about getting worms out in the yard there. Okay, here we go. We got one. I decided to upgrade. This is from an old jugs, my big gun jugs. And I just simply screwed a 1/4 inch or 5/16 hole in here and filled it with epoxy, put the rods down in it, and then let it sit overnight, and then I just have my washers and stuff here like that. So now we have we can move this while it's hot. We can pull it out of the ground, reposition it, pull it out of the ground, reposition it without worrying about getting exposed and shocked, because we have it right here on the wood. And we're still using the same connection to the outlet. Posted that video on a couple of forums, and one of the fellas on the crappie.com forum mentioned, I think he owns a worm farm or something, he mentioned feed those worms some cornmeal. I got plenty of cornmeal and things like that, and he said they'll fatten up and get bigger. I thought, that makes sense. There's just not much food for them out there because I haven't been feeding them. It's not like I've been gardening and turning stuff into the soil like I would, because I did organic gardening. So I said, well, wait a minute. What if we just start putting food scraps out there? What if we start feeding those worms and turn that little mound into a worm bin and spend the winter doing that? All of the rest of the autumn, the winter, and by spring, those worms ought to be nice and fat and ready to fish. So that's, my friends, is what we're gonna do. You know, this should be a pretty decent little system here. Let me know what you think. You think it's gonna work? What do we want? Wormchucks.